Did you know that James K. Polk secretly purchased enslaved children? But let's start at the beginning with George Washington, who had a passion for dog breeding. George Washington, the first president of the United States, was not just a gallant commander and a visionary leader, he was also an ardent dog breeder. His love for dogs went beyond the norm, and he even created a new breed, the American Foxhound, also known as the Virginia Hound. Now, moving on to our second president, John Adams. He was a man of letters, literally. He and his wife Abigail Adams exchanged over 1,100 letters throughout their marriage. Their correspondence provides an intimate and vivid account of their times, their love, and their partnership, a testament to the power of communication in the days before instant messaging. Then we have Thomas Jefferson, the third president, a polymath who's known for many things. But did you know that he and John Adams, two of the key figures in American independence, died on the same day? And not just any day, but July 4th, 50 years after the Declaration of Independence. A remarkable coincidence in the annals of history. The fourth president, James Madison, was the shortest president in American history, standing at just 5 feet 4 inches tall. But don't let his stature fool you. He was instrumental in drafting and promoting the U.S. Constitution and the Bill of Rights. James Monroe, the fifth president, was so popular that he ran unopposed for his second term. He's also known for the Monroe Doctrine, a key moment in the foreign policy of the United States. Finally, we have John Quincy Adams, the sixth president, who, after his presidency, argued the famous Amistad case before the Supreme Court, fighting for the freedom of Africans who had been sold into slavery. And that was just the start. The presidency has always been a role filled with fascinating individuals. As we move into the 19th century, the role of the president continues to evolve with the times. With Andrew Jackson's tenure, we witness a president unafraid of personal confrontation, even to the point of taking another man's life in a duel. His successor, Martin Van Buren, marked a milestone as the first president born as an American citizen, a testament to the young nation's growing identity. The presidency of William Henry Harrison was tragically cut short, barely a month after his inauguration. His vice president, John Tyler, took over the reins, fathering a staggering 15 children during his lifetime. The era of James K. Polk was marked by a dark secret, the clandestine purchase of enslaved children, a grim reminder of the nation's troubled past. Zachary Taylor, the 12th president, is unique in never having voted in an election before being on the ballot himself, a truly unusual path to the presidency. His successor, Millard Fillmore, holds the distinction of being the last Whig president, marking a significant shift in the country's political landscape. Franklin Pierce, a New England College alumnus, took the presidential oath in the mid-19th century, followed by James Buchanan, who played a key role in drafting the Ostend Manifesto, a document that fueled the flames of the national debate over slavery. From duels to secret purchases of enslaved children, the 19th century was a time of change and controversy for the presidency. Entering the 20th century, the presidency saw numerous firsts and innovations. Abraham Lincoln, the 16th president, was known for his imposing figure, but few are aware that he may have had Marfan syndrome, a genetic disorder affecting the body's connective tissue. Andrew Johnson, his successor, had a softer side, caring for White House mice during his term. Ulysses S. Grant was known for his military prowess, but did you know he declined an invitation to Ford's Theater on the night of Lincoln's assassination? His successor, Rutherford B. Hayes, embraced technology, being the first president to have a telephone in the White House. James A. Garfield, the 20th president, was a lefty, while Chester A. Arthur was named after his delivering doctor. Grover Cleveland served non-consecutive terms, a unique feat in presidential history. Benjamin Harrison was a progressive employer, hiring a female White House staffer. William McKinley graced the discontinued $500 bill, while Theodore Roosevelt, the youngest to assume the presidency, was a man of action, known for his speak softly and carry a big stick philosophy. William Howard Taft brought the presidential first pitch tradition to baseball, and Woodrow Wilson established Mother's Day as a national holiday. Warren G. Harding's presidency was marred by scandal, but few know about his lurid love letters. Calvin Coolidge, known for his silence, was a man of few words, but great impact. Herbert Hoover was the first president from west of the Mississippi River. Franklin D. Roosevelt, a distant relative of 11 other presidents, led the nation through the Great Depression and World War II. Harry S. Truman's middle initial doesn't stand for anything, a unique presidential quirk. Dwight D. Eisenhower was the first president to ride in a helicopter, embracing the advent of modern transportation. John F. Kennedy, the first Catholic president, had a brief stint as a journalist before his political career. Lyndon B. Johnson started his career as a teacher, while Richard M. Nixon honed his poker skills during World War II. Gerald Ford could have been a professional football player, but chose politics instead. Last but not least, Jimmy Carter gave up his military career to work on his family's peanut farm. From the first pitch at a baseball game to lurid love letters, the 20th century presidents were a diverse group. As we come to the modern era, the presidency has continued to surprise and fascinate. The charismatic Ronald Reagan, before taking the helm of the country, saved many lives as a lifeguard, and even called sports games as a sportscaster. George Bush, a Yale graduate, was not just into politics, but also swung a mean baseball bat as the captain of the Yale baseball team. A saxophone player and a charismatic leader, Bill Clinton, brought a touch of cool to the White House with his memorable performance on the Arsenio Hall show. Then came George W. Bush, who after his presidency, traded in his political cap for an artist's palette, taking up oil painting. Barack Obama, a man of many talents, not only led the country but also won 2 Grammy Awards. Donald J. Trump, a real estate developer and TV show host, brought a different kind of business acumen to the Oval Office. And finally, Joe Biden, who overcame a childhood stutter to become the voice of a nation. From overcoming a childhood stutter to winning Grammy Awards, the modern presidents have certainly left their mark. So, what were the most surprising facts we learned today? We discovered James K. Polk's covert purchase of enslaved children, Abraham Lincoln's potential Marfan syndrome diagnosis, and Barack Obama's dual Grammy Awards. These facts reveal the unexpected layers of U.S. presidential history, from the morally complicated to the medically intriguing, to the culturally diverse. We've seen the depth and breadth of the presidential role, and the unique individuals who've shaped it. History is full of surprises, and the U.S. presidency is no exception. Thanks for joining us on this journey through the past.